Hello, Louisiana Whiskey Reviews. We're doing Chivas Regal 13. Now this is an interesting story. Now
This is a 13. It's my recognition. Let's talk about the whiskey first.
no, I was going to say the cap is red. The cap is red.
Of course it's red. This is different than the regular Chivas Regal 12, which has a silver label, a silver label on it. This is finished in rye barrels, American rye barrels. It doesn't say which ones, but the story is that this was put out in recognition of the Manchester football team and the wonderful job that they did one year.
Okay, so show the bottle with the red cap on it. It just looks pretty, so you might want to show that, just so people get the full view of the product. Or you could show one of the full bottles.
What difference does it matter?
Well, it's just aesthetic, you know. People like.
Do you do this when we pop open beers? Hey, you put the cap back on so everybody can see the cap. No,
I do like people to see.
Okay, here it is with the red cap.
I do like people to see what the product looks like, actually. Okay, so Chivas Brothers, they started like a long time ago in 1801 in Scotland with a grocery store. It was like literally it started as a grocery store, and then they started bringing in whiskey, and then they got the idea to produce their own whiskey. So they do produce whiskey, and I think their main single malt, they have a single malt distillery called Aberfeldy. You ever heard of Aberfeldy? That's their single malt. And then they have
Alferi and Finch, like the people that make clothes.
Right. Glad you didn't drink today. No, Aberfeldy Distillery, and they have a grain distillery that makes the grain whiskey from corn, you know, maize. But so like you were saying earlier, the main whiskey they make is a 12-year age.
Right.
It's been on the market since after Prohibition, 1933. And it used to be 86 proof, but you know how these whiskey companies do. They've dropped it to, yeah, it's a weird kind of seal, huh?
It is kind of weird. So it's almost like there's a pour inside of this, and I'll look later and see if that's something you can pop off, but I don't think it is. I think it's just a seal on the bottle.
But as with so many whiskey companies in America and Scotland, they went from 86 proof to what?
80.
80, yeah. So they take this 12-year-old Chivas Regal, and what do?
Cut it.
Yeah, but then they age it for another year in
Rye barrels. American rye barrels. I already said this.
Yeah, can I see the bottle?
I already said this. Why do you keep on repeating?
Because I'm just trying to emphasize what it's done. Selectively finished in American rye casks. Ultra smooth and mellow blend. This runs about $46 a bottle if you find it around, yeah. And what y'all need to know is there's many different Chivas Regal Extras, 13s. There's a rye barrel, there's a, what are some of the other barrels? Like a Marsala barrel, sherry barrel, bourbon barrel, you know, like different barrel treatments, like they do with Dewar's, with that mezcal. Okay. Manchester United football team, Chivas Brothers, Keith, Scotland. Okay. All right, so it's clear and it's amber. I've never had this before in my life.
It's clear and it's amber. How'd you get more than me?
Well, you poured it, so I can't be blamed this time. Yeah, what I get, like a thousandth of a millimeter more?
You get like 3 shots in that glass. What are you talking about?
Yeah, 3 shots. Okay, folks. Well, getting back to planet Earth. So, what would be some of like the big Scotch brands? Chivas Regal would be one of the big Scotch brands, right? Johnny Walker, Chivas Regal, what's Dewar's? What's another one? Chivas Regal, Johnny Walker, Dewar's.
That's about it. I mean, you talk about the big ones.
Yeah, Famous Grouse. They're not at the top 3. Those are the top 3. Chivas Regal, Johnny Walker, Dewar's. It seems like I'm missing something.
Yes, you are.
Oh, Buchanan's is big, but you can't get it in some countries.
Buchanan's is not that big.
Powers, Teachers. That store I was telling you about in Belchase, they got the red and black. can't find red and black anywhere. And they had a big, huge handle glass bottle.
Glass.
I think it was
Red and black what?
Red and Black Scotch. That's a famous brand, actually. And I think they had it for $33.95. I was pretty tempted to buy it because that's a decent price for a huge glass handle. Red and black, not red and black. What am I thinking about? Black and white. It's called Black and White Scotch. I'm sorry.
I don't know how you get red and black out of black and
I
white.
was thinking about it. I think there's a Blue Oyster Cult song, but no, but it's Black and White Scotch. It's pretty famous, and they've got it. But anyway, all right. Oh, that's nice. You get that little tingle of rye, like that mintiness, that pepperiness, you know. You've had experience with this, as evidenced by the empty bottle, but I haven't. I've never tried this. So I am excited, like you said.
Well, the only reason why it's like this is because Jean-Pierre's brother's been here.
Yeah, all right, Jean. But no, but all kidding aside, tell the audience what the deal was on this, because this is a major deal.
No, I want to talk about this, then we'll talk about that later.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I don't want you to everybody knows how you are, so just settle down.
In other words, don't corrupt the review with the price.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Nobody was talking about price. You just let the cat out of the bag. You're like a 10-year-old.
All
You
right.
can't keep a
All
damn
right.
secret.
Okay, I get it. I'll calm down. Take some deep breaths, as they say.
So the aroma on this is really good. It's sweet. It's balanced. There's some slight floralness coming through on it.
Mm-hmm. Slight, not heavy.
Some slight, very slight rye. I don't know how you could smell it, but don't do that. You're gonna spill it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna spill it. Oh yeah, but it is like it's subtle. It's like peppery, a little mint. It's peppery. I still want to try that Johnny Walker High Rye.
Go buy it.
I got too much of that, but I did see it a lot in England. All right, taste.
So there's that slight menthol that's coming through with it.
Yeah, definitely.
It's almost like it's been cut with some kind of like a clean whiskey.
Well, they were saying on the Chivas
There's
Regal
a little
website.
bit- There's a little bit of a sea spray coming through with it.
They were saying on the Chivas Regal website they use like 30 different whiskeys.
Peatiness is kind of like non-existent.
No, it's not there. They said they use like
There
30 different whiskeys.
I'm still reviewing.
30 different whiskeys. All right.
Maltiness is low. The peatiness is kind of like mixed in a little bit. It's very low, like almost non-existent, but it's there.
And it's a lot of grain whiskey, meaning corn whiskey.
They grow corn over in Scotland.
They do grow a little bit of it, and
So why
mostly
would they take all that corn and make whiskey with
in
it?
France. Oh, well, I mean, it's probably mostly American and Canadian corn, you know. But they
You
do.
prove that? Where's the proof?
I mean, when you consider that they do, like I said, they grow a little bit of corn, that it would obviously be coming from America. But so they're using single malt barley from Aberfeldy. Well, that's provable because look at the website. Go into detail about Aberfeldy. Yeah, I think it was a good idea to start this extra age 13-year because they could give it treatments in different barrels, like you say, the rye, the bourbon, the sherry barrel, Marsala.
So are you finding anything off about this? Anything at all? Anything.
It's got the caramel from the sweet corn. It's got no smokiness. So if you're into smoky whiskeys, forget it. This is not going to have it. Don't even go there. Go get your Johnny Walker Double Black.
Tia, can you answer the question?
Off?
Right.
Oh, no, nothing.
Okay,
It's
so
clean.
there's nothing
it's clean.
off.
No, it's a super
So let's
clean.
just say that I'm detecting just a clean platform of whiskey.
Oh, it's clean.
Very, very, very clean. almost like a Irish whiskey. If you take a really good Irish whiskey,
Jameson.
there's a really good Irish whiskey, not a run-of-the-mill. Okay, just a really good Irish whiskey, which is clean, got the water finish and a great flavor. You getting that herbiness, that kind of like earthy, kind of like
That's what I was saying.
river water,
Jameson patties,
kind of over some like stone, kind of like cleanliness going on
Bushmills.
with it.
Yeah, I get it.
And then you start adding the flavors of the Scotch and a little rye. That's what I'm getting with this.
Yeah, I mean it's basic. It's a basic product. Let's not fool ourselves. It's not like super amazing. I can't believe it. It's so amazing, but it's really solid. It's really good. It has a little honey note.
What do you mean a basic product?
Well, like it's just like basic blended Scotch. Like you got your grain whiskey, you got your
No,
malt
it's
whiskey.
not basic blended Scotch. This is good blended Scotch.
I don't mean like the 3-year age and stuff like that. But I mean it's it's basic. Like simplistic in a good way. I don't mean in a bad way. Like these people know what they're doing. They've been doing Scotch since the 1800s.
Yeah,
They do it. They do it right.
good stuff.
If you watch the movie The Exorcist, there's a scene where the priests are talking about the problem, and a priest tells the other judge, he said, "Chivas, where'd you get that?" And the other priest says, "Oh, I stole it." I'm serious, I stole it. They're kidding. But back in the 1970s, 73, a bottle of Chivas Regal was like $75 in their money, today's money, $75. So the price has really gone down. I mean, it used to be extremely expensive. So that's why he was so shocked that he had Chivas. Today, Chivas is, 30, 35.
Which I said this was 40, 46 or something.
Oh, I'm talking about the regular.
Oh.
This one, the little higher level, is about $45.99. Yeah. So I'm going to score this. I'm glad you let me try. Thank you. If you think I'm picking on it,
Hold your glass up. Oh, Vito has been here again.
I'm just tasting it.
Vito has been here again.
No, but I really like it. I like it. I mean, I do like the more smokier ones, but well, it's not designed to be that. So for a rye enhanced 13-year age, oh yeah.
So since all scotches, well, the majority of the ones sold that are just kind of like beloved by everyone are blended.
Yeah, Johnny Walker
What
Red.
if we took a little, I don't know, super peaty and put it in this? Would it make it better?
I mean, it wouldn't be any point to that, but if you want to, but you can get smoky scotches because Johnny Walker Red is pretty smoky, or Johnny Walker Double Black is like very profoundly smoky, and but Chivas, they don't do. That's not their thing. They're not into the smoky. That's not their thing, So, but
So what area in Scotland is this produced in? Because you get the lowlands.
oh,
the
Aberfeldy,
highlands.
Aberfeldy,
Yeah.
Highland, Lowland.
Is it Highland? I mean, 'cause you
Isla.
got Highland, Lowland.
Isla.
I mean,
I think Aberfeldy is Speyside. I think.
Speyside. So Speyside is basically kind of the weakest of the
What kind of the bready?
flavor.
The bready. I wouldn't say weak. It's the bready. Yeah. I don't like to use those terms, but yeah, bready. Yeah. Speyside, very popular with the Glenlivet ones you get. But I'm gonna give it a score now. I think. Love that honey note.
Wait, hold your glass up again.
Yeah, all right, okay. I got a problem. I need to get help. But anyway, I think. No, I really go with a 94 on this. Yeah, it's really great, and the price was like stunning. But yeah, I'm gonna love my bottle.
All right.
That's it. I don't know what your score is.
So we're gonna talk about the price.
Wait, your score first.
Your
score.
95.
Okay,
This is really good.
Got a 94
This
and
is
a
really
95.
good. Just the whole complexity of the Scotch and how it's made. There's no offness to this. You know, maybe any brand, any variety of Scotch that's coming out of Scotland, Highland, Lowland, Speyside, Island. This one is the least flavorful of all those. So this has got, to me, it's got a little bit of that sea spray in it that you get from a certain Scotch. It's a clean profile. I like the way the rye is coming in, and a little pepper note to it. It's just really good. And it's just there's a whole lot of underlying earthy notes to it, which I enjoy. And so I mean I can understand, like, some folks say, well, I'm a Scotch drinker only. Well, yeah, I get it. There are some things about Scotch you really like. Much like some of the bourbon drinkers say, I only drink bourbon, and I can see why. And so, yeah. So this is here's a full one, and we'll talk about this. I found this for $10.
Well, actually $9.99.
You know what? You like those people that go and buy gas and say, I get it, but $3.19, and it's really $3.20 because it's $3.19.9. Okay, so yeah, it's basically a $10 bottle. You know, Jay's right. It retails out for about $45, $46 a bottle. You know, another one that I found was this one. Same price, $10. So we're lucky in an hour to have a couple of honey holes that we can go to and pick up things.
Crazy.
Yeah. So I mean, when you see something good, you know it's good, and you taste it, it's like, oh, well, this is really good. And you go back and capitalize it. The good thing about something like this, you can buy it. If there's like a party or something, you can bring it. Or if there's somebody that's having a birthday or whatever, or a gift you're gonna bring to somebody, you can bring it to.
Yeah,
and it doesn't break the bank, and no one knows.
Yeah, no one's going to say, why'd you bring Chivas Regal? You know,
Right.
They're going to say, oh, Chivas Regal. My grandpa
Right.
used to drink that.
Yeah, as opposed to some store brand of a plastic bottle.
Well, you could bring, if you really were cheap, you could bring like one of the Chivas products called 100 Pipers,
No.
which would be the same price, $9.99, but then people would be like, why'd you bring that? You know, that is a Chivas Brothers. Because look, all these big distilleries, they do put out really cheap products too for, you know, the bums.
Yeah, and if their stuff isn't to their QA, they'll source it out. And next thing you know, somebody says, "Oh, hey, you know what? You ever try that store brand? I got this store brand, Costco or this, that, or anything,
It's
or Trader
probably-
Joe,
yeah, but it's
and I
probably-
got this,
but
and
it's-
it was really good." But you know, back to the next
It's
time,
probably from
it's so good. I don't understand why they don't have any QA. It's like, that's because you went ahead and you bought somebody's off-brand.
It's probably something from Brown Forman or Chivas that they don't. Yeah, right.
Of course they're going to dump it.
They're not going to dump it down the drain.
Right. They're going to make some money off of it. They're going to break even. I'll sell it to you. I'll break even. I'll pay my employees. I'll pay my electricity bill. Boom, we can still stay in business.
Yeah, and as y'all know, I do some reviews of those lesser light products. All right, but anyway,
And
so
they're boom, crapshoot.
well, yeah, but there's no risk factor because they're usually so cheap, you know. But anyway, so Laissez Les Bon Temps Relais, most excellent product. If you see Chivas Regal 13 for the regular price, $46, I'd buy it. Yeah, if you see it for $9.99, you might want to buy 12 bottles. Like, seriously. All right, so thanks,
Or
folks.
if you have a bar, you might want to go buy them all up.
Actually, that's a good idea.